First off, I just want to say that you are blessed and highly favored that you are here today and you've made it this far in this year. I'm just going to be going to hop right in. We're going to be going and talking about goals, setting them and achieving them, and how to stay organized with them. So ask yourself this question right now. When was the last time you wrote down your goals? When was the last time that you actually looked at the goals that you wrote? When was the last time you had the time to actually put an effort for your goals? So today, that is what we're going to be going over, and I'm going to be teaching you what I do every week to make sure that I stay on top of them and make sure that everything stay organized with working from home, being a personal trainer as well as an online coach, and keeping my household together because we stay busy, ladies. We are so busy. So let's make sure I have everything set up. This is gold. Okay, I'm going to get in on this really quickly, but I just want to revisit and recap what we did last month when we did have this goal getter live. So the last couple of lives I've done with goal setting, I've really just been teaching you what SMART goals were, how to be realistic when you're making your goals and writing your goals down, and how to make sure that they're manageable and that they're achievable, because that's what's really important, is making sure that you're making goals that you know that you can manage and that you know that you can actually achieve, and not making them to where not necessarily you can go big or go home. Definitely believe going in big and going home, but making sure that you have the necessary steps in place and the milestones to keep you motivated to keep going to where you want to be is very important. So instead of me teaching you how to write goals, because I'm pretty sure all of you already know how to write goals, and we already talked about SMART goals, today I'm going to be teaching you what I do to stay organized and making sure that I'm able to reach my goals. And it's really starting off with staying organized. Okay, I don't know why I don't have it in hand. Let me grab it really quickly. How many of you ladies out there have a planner? Okay, you bought it in January, right? You wrote all your goals down in the beginning of the year. It's like, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, and then COVID happened, and you're just like, well, dang, like, I guess I don't have time for that because I have to work. I don't have time for that because it's the end of the year and I have a crap ton of files and Excel files I haven't gotten to. I have spreadsheets that have been completed that my boss needs. Like, you're just like, oh, well, I guess I can't reach my goals because I'm just too busy making sure I stay at my job and keep my job for the rest of the year. And I understand that is very important to all of us, is making sure we pay these bills. But still being able to reach your mindset goals and your body goals is just as important. So today I'm going to be showing you what I do inside of this beautiful planner that I use every week, and I sit down on Sundays because that's my day to kind of revamp, get myself situated for the week. I'm going to be teaching you what I actually do to make sure I stay organized throughout the month. Okay, so first things first, and this is a list. I'm going to back y'all up just a little bit so y'all can see it. Well, I could bring y'all a little bit closer, actually. It might be making more sense to bring y'all closer. So when you're writing down your goals, right, for the month, because you know you're supposed to write them down, they say yearly, quarterly, monthly, weekly, your top priorities for the week. You really have to be very specific if that is something that you really want to get done. So how I break it down to make it easy, oh, she said, my planner, thick last quarter. Girl, right, it was thick. But today, I'm going to be showing you what I do in my planner. And again, if you don't know this method that I'm about to teach you right now, you can hit the link in my bio. I do have a goal getter guide for you ladies out there, and it tells you exactly what I do. And it also has a way of teaching you how to make SMART goals, okay? So first and foremost, whenever I'm writing down my day, okay, I like to write my day down. I'm sorry, y'all shaking because I want to back y'all up a little bit. First off, I want us to talk about the have to, the need to, and the want to, if you can read that, okay? But we're gonna have a little, yeah. The have to, need to, want to list is something that is super duper important because we all got wants, we all got needs, we all have something to do. We all are busy, right? So let's start with the have to. The have to, turn you just a little bit. And guys, my writing ain't the best, but whatever. All right, the have to is gonna be your appointments, your meetings, your work, okay? Your have to is things that you have to get done for the day. You gotta go to work. If you got appointments, you gotta go to those appointments. Okay, this has to do with other people, okay? So just think of your have to is, I have to get this done today because It's just, you just have to. Like, you have to go to work, you have to make sure you show up for your appointments on time. That has a lot to do with other people, right? So your need to list is going to be your non-negotiables. Okay, you just gotta do that. Okay, and for me, that's gonna be me praying, me going to the gym, me cooking because a girl gotta eat. Okay, those are gonna be my non-negotiable things that you need to do. Okay, so think about your list as the things you need to get done. And your want to is going to be just leisure. Like, it'll get done when it get done. And that's a combination of both have to and need to as well. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mention the self here. So self, if you don't put self down as your need to, I'm gonna need you to start doing that, because you need to take care of yourself. Okay, else you can't do anything else. It's showing backwards on the board, but I'm listening. Oh no! This is wild. Oh man. Whatever. Y'all get the idea. So again, we have to list, a need to list, and a want to list. You gotta go to your appointments. You have to show up for your meetings. Reverse right if that's the thing. I'm learning from you. I love this. Thank you. You need to pray in the morning, or have some type of spiritual practice, some type of meditation, some type of breath work, something that involves yourself. Okay. You need to take care of yourself. You need to eat. So, I mean, not necessarily that those have to be your need to, want to list, but that is something that you just need to think of it as. Like, you don't need to wash the dishes right away. You don't need to get to the laundry right away. You don't need to mop the floors right away. Those aren't needs. Those are things that you want to do. Those are things that you can get to later when you have a little bit more leisure time. Okay. So, and that's how I want y'all to really look at your goals. Okay. So you have a goal that you set for yourself, right? You set your goal, and we're going to pertain this to work. Okay. Cause a lot of y'all are working women and y'all are overworking. Y'all just need some clarity, and you're just trying to organize your life. Right. So we can do it as you have to go to your meetings, right? You need to do some type of spiritual practice, some type of movement for the day. You need to be drinking your water, okay? And then your want to could be business in a general sense. Like, so if you're like doing side hustles and things like that, that's something that, yes, you want to get to, you want to start doing, and you can implement that in your schedule if it's very, very, very important to you. Let me show you. I just was thinking to myself, like, when I first started, that was my want to, and now it's like, I have to do that. Like, my business is definitely a have now, but I mean, this is messy handwriting, but it shows you that I actually use it, and I use it and I scratch it off as I go. I promise you, each week, and I can bring this up to like a note, now it doesn't matter. So each week, so this is back in March, right? So each week, this is the week, okay? It's not that many things on my list. It's probably 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 things that I put that I was like, I need to get done this week, right? And then on the side, it said my top priorities. My top priorities is only 3 things that was my top priorities for the week that I needed to get done. A lot of y'all be having these long lists, okay? You'd be like, I got to get all this done in a month. And it's like, okay, spread it out. Spread it out. Make sure, like, get yourself one of those big boards that you see people put on their desk, and take the time to be like, okay, well, this week I'm going to focus on making sure that I walk 10 minutes a day, okay? And that's something that you need to do, something that you've been lacking with, something that you haven't had made the time to do. You haven't made the time to work out. You haven't made the time to really work on yourself and make sure that you are pressing into meditation and breath work and just really building up your self-love overall and your confidence. That is something that we're consistently needing to work on, especially as women, especially when we're in these type of industries that we're working in, we're being bombarded with so much negative energy, so many people that may necessarily not understand our stories, and people that just expect so much of us, so much of our energy from us. So that's why you need to prioritize your week like this, okay? And again, I don't want this to be a super long live. I really just wanted to kind of hit the key points for y'all, because I know a lot of y'all just like, well, how the heck am I going to organize my week? Like, I have a whole bunch of assignments that's due by the end of the week from my boss, and I'm behind. Okay, and I still haven't had the time to go work out or make a meal prep for the week, right? Organize it, okay? Make it to where Monday through Friday, like you're doing one assignment, you're knocking it out, boom, 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 right? Make sure that whenever you're trying to make time for your mind and your body, that you schedule that time in on your on your calendar. So like work, peaceful me time. Okay, I need to do this. Okay, for my sanity, you need to pencil it in and write it down on your calendar. Put it on your Google Calendar as well, so you know, like, all right, this is a time block that I set aside for myself. If you don't start actively doing it and creating that habit, it's gonna be hard for you to just be like, well, I guess I'm never going to reach my goals. I'm never going to feel good about myself. I'm never going to be able to make time to work out if you don't pencil it in on your calendar. And if you're a businesswoman, you don't say you don't got no calendar because you have a calendar. We all work off our calendars, okay? So check your calendar, start penciling yourself in and saying, I'm working out, I'm working on me at this time. This is the time I'm going to be doing it. Especially for those of you that are around the clock, working all the time. That is, I mean, I can't even fathom just being on call all day long and really trying to find that time. But even if it's just for 5-10 minutes, take some deep breaths, sit down and write out how you feel. And like my girl said, organize the brain dumps. I love that. I love organizing brain dumps. But yes, guys, hopefully this has been helpful. Again, I got this idea from a friend of mine, Umama Small Strong. You're awesome. She always will write down her have-to list, her need-to list, and her want-to list. And I really thought that was really incredible. And I just thought I could just kind of take it and more so mold it to what makes more sense for me. So y'all definitely take this tip, okay? When you're organizing your planner out, and don't feel like you don't feel like you have to make a long to-do list. Give yourself maybe 3 big things you really need to get done for the week, okay? And knock it out. Give yourself a gap in case one day you don't get to it. So Monday you got this to do, but you didn't get to it on Monday. So Tuesday, you got to do it on Tuesday. You know what I mean? So keep gaps in your schedules in case you need to play catch up, because let's be honest, we all got to play catch up at some point in time because life happens and we just have to be prepared for it. We just can't use it as an excuse to why we can't take care of ourselves. So make the time, ladies. For those of you that are interested in online programming, or online training, I am starting that up next week. I cannot wait to chat about it. It's gonna be starting up next week. I'm gonna be talking a lot more about my mind body program for those of you ladies that love virtual training, or you just really want to start pressing into your mindset, start pressing it into fitness and nutrition, and really grasping all of that and really making the time to do it without feeling like you have to be at a gym or be somewhere or clock in somewhere. Girl, it's all gonna be on your fingertips. You're gonna be able to do it from your fingertips. So be sure to stay tuned for that. Y'all have a great rest of your Friday, and I hope y'all are good. Bye.